What a stunning day. I'm sucking in the big ones because I've just ported this stuff, which is a power generator, a fridge freezer, a solar blanket, oars, and the wheelbarrow that I used down this cliff, which you won't see how ridiculous it is from this angle, but when I go back up I'll take some footage so you can just see what exertion there was. It's about 100 meters of vertical, and now what I have to do is put it in my dinghy, which is the one over there that's dark grey without the oars. First I have to see if the dinghy needs pumping up, and then I'll load it. Hopefully I won't overload it. I'll have to do a few trips, row out to the boat, get it on board, and I was planning on fixing it all up and trying to get it started, but unfortunately I've got an appointment that I have to get to, so I won't be able to hang around, and I'll have to do that stuff tomorrow. Anyway, adventure. Well, that was much harder than I thought it was going to be, getting this stuff on the boat via the dinghy. Much harder. And I already thought it was going to be really, really hard. Oh my God. But yeah, I feel sick from the effort. I feel like I've just run a marathon. I swear to God, I am trying not to vomit everywhere from just being so ridiculously worn out. And I'm sorry for the shaking, that's my hand, because I have very little strength left. The boat nearly sank, the dinghy nearly sank. It is a shit dinghy, so I'm getting a new dinghy, and I'm getting goddamn motor for that dinghy, and I'm getting it this week because holy shit, people, rowing a dinghy with leaks in it, with loads on it, including electrical loads, it is hard, especially against the current and the wind. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. The boat was full of water. The dinghy was full of water. It was ridiculous. And then actually trying to lift and put the stuff on the boat, when obviously with physics every push that way has a push that way with the dinghy, which means the stuff would end up in the drink if I didn't absolutely hulk out and hold on to these things. So this is what I've put on. So I've got a power generator, yay, so I can have some power. I've got a fridge freezer so I can have refrigeration. I got a solar blanket up there, which I've yet to unpack because I'm too knackered. And I've pulled the main sheet out of off the bottom here, and also the bimini, so I've got a bit more space. And I've undone the seacocks, and I've had some water, and I've done some documentation, blah 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 blah, so much. I'm gonna have a rest. I'm gonna get the solar blanket out. I'm gonna see how I feel. I probably won't set it up because I still got to row the dinghy back to the pontoon over there, tie it up, take the oars, take my trolley and the stuff that I left over there, climb the 100-meter cliff, put it back in my car and drive home. And that is today. And tomorrow I have some help from Ollie, thank God. But one good thing, which I was really worried about, was whether the battery the onboard battery had run out of gas, metaphorically speaking, had run flat, but it looks like it's got voltage, so I'm going to try the engine tomorrow. Giddy up. Alright, I'll take some more footage when I walk up that damn hill. Whew. So good times, the saga continues of today. It's actually really cool to have to problem solve all of this stuff. It makes you feel alive. So with this thing here, which has currently got a full battery on it, I wanted to plug the fridge in to it through the 12 volt. But when I plugged the fridge's 12 volt cord into it, nothing. No draw, nothing. And I'm like, okay, is it the cord? Is it the fridge? Is it the power? Is it the amps? What is it? How am I going to figure this out? So I gave customer service of the Full Drive Centre a call just to see if I could get some advice. They said, oh, can you plug it into your car battery? I'm like, dude, I'm on a boat a long way away from, like, the nightmare. No. However, I can plug it into the 12 volt connector on the boat. And when I plugged it into there, it worked. So I'm going to unplug it and let it sit overnight because I'm not going to have a draw on the battery, the house battery of the boat, until I'm full-time on here. But at least the fridge works and the freezer works, and I'll figure out how to set the right settings for it another time when I'm not so knackered. And it's a warning also to me with regards to, again, you know, you can't, so much of the commercial camping stuff, you can't find out what the amp draw is, and on this power system the amp draw is 10 amps, so it's clearly probably more than that. I know nothing about electronics. I guess I'm going to be learning. So, taking a breather halfway up this cliff. Switchbacks, stairs, and I'm dragging this and this rubbish out. Yes, I've done about half of it. Pontoon and the dock is down there. We persist. I made it up that hill, that cliff. I packed the car. I'm going home, and that's all that's going to be said about that. Whew.